How's everybody doing? I broke the light. Where's that piece? I made a turn and this flew off the dash and shattered, unfortunately. It's one of these. And I freaking broke it. It still works, obviously, but the dome is no good anymore. Oh well. How's everybody doing? I'll roll down this window a little bit. It's a little warm today. Parking in a new spot. Just waiting for my chiro appointment. Gotta wait. Let's see here. About 40 minutes. Oh, less. 30 minutes. 35 minutes. 36 minutes. Freddie, Amy, Dawn, Justine, Lynn, Martha. Who else is there? Joy. How are you guys doing? Pamela. Are you guys enjoying the change of weather? Perhaps the weather's not so different where you are. But here, where I'm at, it is pretty nice out. I'm wearing a hoodie today, but I probably didn't need to. Probably would have been fine. But, oh well. When you get a creative block, or do you ever have one? When you get a creative block, or do you ever have one? Hold on. What was the first part of your question? Jude. Let's go to the live chat here. Or wait, was that just your whole question there? Let me see. What do I do when I get a creative block, or creative block, or do I even get one? Is that what you're saying? What do I do when I get a creative block where I'm like failing to produce something, maybe is what you're asking. Usually I will move on to something else. You're saying, sorry, what do you do about a creative block? Okay, so since I like to work in many mediums and I am currently working on several projects, what I'll do, like for example, right now I'm doing the baseboards in my walk-in closet. And so I had some fir plywood that I wanted to upcycle into baseboards. But the thing is it's plywood. So I was like, okay, well I like that. So what do I want to do to make them look good? Like how am I going to basically turn them into not plywood, if you will? And so what I did, instead of trying to well, I did go online, see some inspiration, look at some baseboards, see like, did I like this? Do I like that? Not very many people use plywood to do baseboard stuff. So I don't have anyone to lean on. So what I did instead is I made a shelf, which I just finished today. And I was like, all right, going back to the baseboard, as I'm making the shelf, I'm like, okay, I might do pieces of trim that give some dimension to it. I even had Heather, Photo Deviant, do a Photoshop for me to see what it would look like, painted or unpainted. And then I was like, that rose to me doing something with the door trim. I'm going to do plinth blocks, which will allow for that trim stacking. I don't even know what you call it. Blah, blah, blah. Now, if I still can't figure out something, I'll work on something else. Now, when it comes to like doing paintings or something like that, I employ the same thing. Say I'm painting, like someone asks me to paint, I don't know, say I have a commission for their pet. I hate doing pets because your pet looks like your pet. To me, it just looks like, if you have a Rottweiler, for example, it just looks like every other Rottweiler. But you can see the personality in your own dog. And so I struggle with that. So to distract from the fact that the likeness or the personality doesn't come through, I will think of how I can do the background in a way that makes the subject matter pop. And while I'm thinking of stuff, like I'm like constantly thinking, okay, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Like for actually right now, I actually have a owl commission that I got to do, and I know what I want to make it out of, but I'm having trouble getting the material. Of course, I don't look every day, but I'm looking for things, and I've actually evolved what I'm going to do. Of course, it's been a while, but anyway, I might start working on a sculpture. Not that it's going to influence what I do with the dog painting, but it gives me time to think, and I got fresh eyes when I look at it again. Actually, you know what has happened? I did my latest Axl Rose painting. That's an old painting. I shared a look of it on my last YouTube short video. So if you haven't seen that, have a look. It's been 13 years of finger painting so far, apparently. Facebook let me know. You know what's so weird to me? Dudes who wear pants underneath their shorts. Like, why not just wear pants? Or just wear shorts? That's so weird. That guy's wearing... And they're not compression stockings. They're pants. Weird. Anyway. Anyway. Gosh darn it. I'm just talking shit about random people for no reason. Oh, that dude just smacked... No, that's a lady. Smacked their door against the light post there. Whoops. Her husband's mad. I can see him in his mirror. I can't tell what he's saying, but he seems upset. That was clearly an accident, but... Whoops. Yeah, go check out that short video. That painting I had sitting for... Well, I did it first time in like 2016, maybe, somewhere in there, I don't remember. And I actually painted it for someone, actually for the guy who used to own my house. And he's one of my good friends, and he was my boss for a time. Anyway, I wanted to make it better because I saw it and I was like, I could paint it better now, you know. 9 years later. Well, at the time it would have been 8 years later. Last year I asked for it back so I could paint it better, and I made the likeness a little sharper. The head that I had painted on it was too big, so I shrunk it a little bit, added a better background, something that was more creative, and then I let it sit. I meant for it to be done for my last show, my 2024 art show here in Edmonton at Sterling Gallery, and I was basically getting frustrated with is symmetry the right word? Between the background and the foreground, because the background has basically nothing to do with the foreground. The foreground being Axl Rose singing into a microphone, and the background is kind of more abstract-y. And I liked the idea that I had, but it just didn't marry well. And so I just didn't sacrifice it, but I just let it sit. And then for this show, I was like, I should have some new paintings for the show. I haven't done a lot of new paintings. I should do something new for the show, for the 2025 show. So I put it on the wall, and I just cruised through it. I happened to be... This is kind of weird because this is how I started answering your question. I was actually painting baseboards for or window trim for my living room. And I'll have a vlog about that stuff coming up at some point. But anyway, I had a roller, and the roller was basically all dry and shitty and like just crunched up. You know when you just leave a roller out to dry. And I was like, oh, this texture would be great. I rolled it into some paint, and then I rolled it on the canvas just lightly. And I was like, oh, I like the way this looks. And then I added a little bits of splatter here and there. And I was like, dang, that's all it needed was just a little bit of something. So with time and, what would you call it? Circumstance, I guess, with what I'm working on. Bam, artist block for that painting done, and I had it at my show. I didn't have the original because it was already owned. I just did a print of it, of which you can order. Which, by the way, here's an update. If you took advantage of my birthday sale, which was one day only, which was April 25th, and we haven't gotten back to you, don't worry. We're still going to get back to you. You don't have to follow up. It's just taken a while to get through everyone because we're kind of busy on the side, extra busy as of late. So don't worry, we are going to get back to you, and I appreciate every single one of you who took advantage of the sale. The sale is over now. That was 25% off of everything that I sell. And yeah, thank you. If you feel like it, I suppose you could take advantage of the sale today too, because it would be nice to sell a few more things. If you want 25% off, just say, hey, I'm taking advantage of the extension. What's the date today? The 29th? Yes, 29th. You don't get 29% off though, you just get 25. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if that answers your question there. What was your name again? Hold on, let me scroll. Jude, I don't know if that answered your question, but that's what I have to say about that. Basically, I move on to something else. There's actually this one painting of this panda bear that I had done. Actually, it was a brown bear at first, and it didn't look good. So then I turned it into a purple panda bear, and I don't know what to do with the background. So it just sits. It just sits, and one day I will be like, this is what I'm going to do. It's like a teaser. It's teasing me. Or that might be a good way to describe it. And so, since I have a nice studio space, not that it's nice, but like big, it's not even that big. It's just spacious, compared to what many people have to work with anyway. I have what would you say? I have a luxury in putting things to the side, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't take up so much space that it's a burden. So I can put things to the side, bring out a new canvas, paint something else. Unfortunately, some of the art stores are closing around here. DeSaris is gone. Colors is gone. Delta is moving. Not sure where. And the paint spot is so expensive. Freaking rip off. Should I open up my own art store? Michael's is still around, but Michael's is... I don't really like Michael's, honestly. I don't mind it, I guess, if I have to get art supplies somewhere. I'm not going to open an art store, I was just kidding, but that'd be a lot of work. Not worth it. Or maybe it would be, I don't know. What did you decide about the lion paint? Okay, speaking about the latest short video I had made, YouTube short, 3-minute short. I am going to paint a lion. I asked that just for engagement, if I'm honest. I had already planned on doing a lion. I should give that guy my card. He's got a rusty bed, and I have a bed that he could use that I could sell him. He also needs fenders. I also have the fenders. That bed is beat up. If he comes to my window, I'm going to give him a card. I don't feel like going over there. Or maybe I'll just put a card in his window. I've been doing that here and there. Every time I see someone with a rusty truck. Unless it's rusty on the cab. Because if the cab is rusty, then it's too far gone. There's no sense in them wasting their money. Oh, he's an old man. He's not going to buy anything. Never mind. I don't mean to be, what would you call that, ageist? You can just tell sometimes. Of course, I could be wrong because everyone's different. He's going to the liquor store, so maybe he would buy it. You kind of get to learn who is wasting your time and who's not. Not that he would be wasting my time. I mean, he hasn't approached me, but I get messages all the time, every single day, people asking me questions, and I just I just know they're not going to buy anything. Oh, he didn't go to the liquor store. He's going to the ramen. No, wait. He skipped ramen. He's going to Circle K. Where's he going? Do you guys ever people watch? Perhaps he tore his pants and he had shorts in his locker. Then why didn't he take off his pants and put on just the shorts? It's weird. Martha says the Stars won last night. Well, you're moving up then. 3-2 against the Avalanches. Yeah, fingers crossed you keep going. There's another guy. I forget what his name is, but I know what he looks like. Shamel something. He messages me all the time because he's also a Dallas Stars fan, and every time that we play each other, he messages me. Now the Oilers played today. We are lucky that we won the last two, so we do not have to stress too hard. I mean, as fans, I'm still going to. The last game, holy cow, guys, it was come from behind victory with almost a full overtime, which is 20 extra minutes. And there was only like 3 whistles the whole overtime, and it was freaking exhilarating. I was having so much fun, and not having fun too, but also I wasn't worried. So the Oilers have played the Kings. This is the 4th year now in a row. I might be remembering that wrong, in the first round of playoffs. And the Kings are a decent team, very well, decent enough to make the playoffs. We've knocked them out on the first round each year. This year I did not have the confidence because we lost the first 2 games, and it was not looking good, and they weren't even close. They were bad. They were very bad. And then the second 2 games, okay, not so bad. The last game especially, not so bad. Very fun to watch. I'm not what you would describe as a fair weather friend or fan, but when we're playing shit, it's just so discouraging that I just decide not to watch. But decided to watch the one game though. Oh, actually, the one game it was close, but then they came back to murder us. It's a lot of fun. So Kings, it could go either way this year. Usually last year and the year before, although last year, if I remember correctly, it wasn't so good either. Alright, you want to see what this guy got? He's coming back through his rusty truck. I can't see. Oh, he saw me looking at him. Now I can't look away because his alarm's going off. I didn't see what he got. Probably cigarettes, actually, because, well, it could have been anything small. It doesn't have to be cigarettes. People avoiding and people watching is fun. Martha loves to people watch. Freddie loves people avoiding. I like people watching. Look at this lady here. She's wearing her Oilers jersey and Nurse. We got one of the players on our team. His last name is Nurse. Darnell Nurse. And he gets a lot of hate because he's one of our defensemen, and he is like the turnover king. Like, there's like so many Arby's jokes about him because, and like, I haven't made those jokes necessarily, but like I totally agree with them. He's good, but like he makes a lot of mistakes that are very frustrating. And of course it could just be that when the mistakes cost us, then the frustration is valid. But oh my gosh. Anyways, a lot of nurses at actually there's the hospital right here, a different hospital than what I'm talking about, but one of my cousins in law works at a hospital, and she's a nurse, and they all wore jerseys with nurse's number, which is 25. Hold on, is that lady? No, that's a different lady. I forget what his number is. But anyways, it's like almost like a joke. It's the Battle of Ontario tonight. Game 3 in Toronto. Leafs versus the Senators. I prefer the Senators to win against the Leafs. However, although I don't like Toronto, I would not mind if we get moved out. I want any Canadian team to win, but if I want us to win, but if we get eliminated, I want the Canadian team to win, and I wouldn't mind Toronto winning because it's like a running joke that they'll never win the cup. Oh, I think my Cairo lady is coming to talk to me. Maybe, perhaps. Give me 1 second. Perhaps, maybe. I don't know. I think she is. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. That was, she just wanted me to pull ahead because I ran over her sign. Whoops. I don't even know how she noticed that. I don't know why she came out. Oh well. Josh keeps his hoodie white. Not really. They're pretty dirty. I don't change my clothes when I go to work. I just wear what I'm wearing. Hello, Daryl. Mr. Darrell, how are you doing? I forget what else. I forget what we were just talking about. I guess we were talking about hockey. Hey, you know what sport is fun to play? Oh, update on my swimming. So you know how I go to the rec center every day, right? Maybe some of you remember that. Well, my new record for and by the way, I asked how long the pool was. It's 25 meters. So 25 meters is half an Olympic pool, I think. I think an Olympic pool is 50 meters. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I forget. Anyways, for 25 meters, I do the elementary backstroke, right? That's like the frog looking one, right? But on my back instead of forward. Yesterday, I could have gotten 30 seconds, but this lady asked to share the lane with me, which is fine. I never share the lane with other people because I take up the whole lane because of the way that I suck at swimming. Anyway, if she wasn't standing there, I would have gotten 30 seconds, but instead I got 31 seconds. I just didn't want to bump into her. I was disappointed that I didn't get 30 seconds, which is what I'm trying to do. But I did get 31, which is pretty good. Kathy, chocolate chip cookie, what does that mean? Hello, Renee. I'm breaking up. Bad audio? Did you remember to give them your license plate? I did. I did remember. Is the sound bad for everyone? I don't know if it's traveling through this or what. It's okay now? Okay. Maybe it could have just been interference from outside noise or something. I don't know. Okay, sound is good. I can't remember what I was going to say, so if I had a point, it's gone. That one is for the birds. You know what? This is not meant to be... Actually, no, I'm just not going to say it. But there's a certain demographic of people that always drive really expensive cars. And I'm just like, dude, maybe I should convert. Then I'll be able to afford really expensive cars. We're trying to say you're out of sync again, but the sound is. Oh, okay. Oh, the lion. Oh, yes, the lion. So I am going to paint the lion at some point here. I asked if I should paint the lion, but I was already going to. I often ask questions in videos just so I'll get more comments. I do want to actually know what people are thinking, but more comments are better. Some people think that's annoying, but I don't care. Oh, that lady needs a new bed too. I actually have one that could bolt right on. Hers is black, it's rusty. I have a black Dodge bed, third gen. She's at the stop sign. Should I run out and give her a card? She's not gonna buy one. I can tell. Trying to keep my anxiety in check. Oh, you know what you shouldn't do? Watch a hockey game in playoff season. Sorry that the sound is out of sync. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try something. Okay, I'm back. Let me know if the sound is out of sync again. I left and came back. Sound is good and in sync now. Oh, shoot. Well, I probably screwed it up again. Well, you guys remember how I said I'm looking for a car? A four-door car? Well, I went with Ryan, if you guys remember Ryan, which, by the way, please, I'm trying to convince him to start doing YouTube videos again. Please go watch one of his videos. Just click on his latest video, which I don't know what it is. Let's see, I'm gonna look it up. Parkland Films. Okay, what's his latest video? My dad's last ride, a final tribute. Okay, maybe don't do it on that one. Oh, the nurse lady is back. What's the number? 25, it looks like. Don't do it on that video because that will be insensitive. Yeah, it is 25. Okay, do it on... Oh, okay, do it on this video. It's from 2 years ago already. Took a road trip to clear my head. Ah, oh, maybe that one's not good either. Okay, the last... Okay, wait. Because his dad passed away, so I don't want anyone, like, lightheartedly trolling him on those videos. Okay, the Great Beater Challenge. Well, this video has me in it, so 3708. a long video. But if you went onto that video and commented like, man, I heard you went with Josh to go look at a car, that would be great. Because then maybe if he gets a lot of these comments, he'll start editing some videos. He has this video that I was like basically begging him to do because I think it's so fun, the subject matter. I don't want to give it away, but anyway, just go check out his videos. Give it a thumbs up or something. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you feel like it, please do. Or watch the Alaska series, yeah, the Going North series. Yeah, actually, that's the one I recommend the most because the whole series is great. It's very entertaining. Anyway, if he gets an influx of views, I mean, how many people are here? 59 people, so there's not a lot of you here, but, you know, still, could lead to something for him. Who are you talking? What's his handle? So just right above you, Renee posted the link. Ryan from Parkland Films. My friend Ryan, who, when I got my table saw, well, that smashed the back window, not of this truck, but my other truck. That was so frustrating. Yeah, that guy. I don't know if you watched that video, but that guy, what else has he been in? The first time I ever met him was at the dump. I happened to be filming, so I gave him a shout out on that video. That was years ago now. Anyway, he went with me to go get a car in... Okay, the guy said he was in Fair something. I can't remember what the town is called. So we drove to that town, and he sent me a pin to his place. I drove an extra like 35 minutes or 40 minutes maybe in the wrong direction because he told me that he lived out there. That was so frustrating. Anyways, we get to the car, and it is worse than the ad shows. And he also, not that he lied, but he omitted some information that would have been, I would have been like, oh, I'm not going to waste my time going to go look at the car because this is not the car that I can have. He's like, what did he say in the ad? He said, glass ran when parked, stored indoors. Can't remember what else he said. You know when it was last ran when parked? You know when it was parked? 50 years ago. I wanted to get a nice, cool project car, but something that I could, you know, drive, like a rolling project, kind of like my F100, right? Why is this lady looking at me like this? I have egg on my face? 50 years ago. And I was like, oh, why the frick didn't you say that? Also, it was not stored indoors. It was clearly stored outdoors because everything is rotten, all rusty, which didn't bother me too much, but it was stored indoors for some of those years, many of those years, 45 of those years, and then the rest was outside. But even a few years does a lot of damage to your vehicle when it's parked in a field. And then he wasn't honest about why there was a door that was replaced, and he said, oh, I just put this door on because the glass broke in the other door. And I was like, oh, okay. But you can't open the one door because it's binding, so obviously he got hit, which would have been great news to know. So I was frustrated. Ryan was not frustrated at all. He's like, I would have bought that car. I'm like, yeah, but you're a freaking genius with these old cars. I am not. And yeah, it was cheap though. It was $1,500. He was trying to sell it for 18, then he lowered it to 15. And I figured I would probably offer him 1,000 and see where that went. But I would buy it probably for a maximum of $250 now. After seeing it, I was like, nah. He didn't show that the mice ate the back seat. He only showed the front seat very strategically, which the mice did not eat the front seat, which is good. But the floors were still good. It still had potential, just too much for me, unfortunately. But the point is, Ryan went with me, and I'm glad he did. It was actually fun hanging out with him. I haven't seen him in a minute. So yeah, go check out his channel if you feel like it. It probably looks like you're talking to yourself. Yeah, but I could be talking on the phone in you know, hands-free. Reminds me of that Rolls Royce Alex bought. That was in much better shape. Also, it was a Rolls Royce. This was a Ford something. I can't remember what it was. So, something that maybe I've heard of it before, but it's not something that in my lexicon. A Rolls Royce. That Rolls Royce was, yeah, it was rough, but it was not that rough. I mean, it's rough for people who are incapable of... Oh. This guy hit the curb. Oh, he's close. He's close. This is that extreme shuttle guy. He is very close. He's adjusting. His mirror goes right underneath my mirror. You're talking on the phone with 71 people. Yeah, there you go. No one's talking back, though. I wish there was a feature where you could allow people in and you could just have a chat. I think that'd be fun. I hope I don't hit this guy when I open my door. Amy's leaving. See you later, Amy. I gotta go pretty soon as well. In 4 minutes. Josh, how big is your backlog of orders? Probably always big. Right now it's sort of big because of the April sale that I had for my birthday. At least that's what Ashley told me. I didn't actually look to see what we have going on. But once he hit my truck. Luckily it's a running board that he hit. What the hell? He looked right at me and he's just like, I don't freaking care. He's the guy who goes to the same chiro as me. I recognize him. He hit the step. So that's not a big deal. Gosh darn it. He hit it hard too. And then he's just like, oh well. That's kind of hilarious. If he hit the door, I would have been like, dude, what the heck? Tell him, dude, this car is an antique. Yeah. Extreme Shuttle, we deliver trucks. Yeah, that kind of annoys me. If I ever hit someone, I'm not like, oh well. I wonder how. To be fair, I am close to the line. This is a narrow parking spot, and this is a very wide truck because it's a dually. But still, this guy. What a nincompoop. What a maroon. What a goof. That might be some strong language there. I wouldn't say that. Never admit to talking to yourself. You're thinking aloud. There we go, Denise. I always feel like that kid from that meme where he's sitting in front of the yogurt ad while watching these lives. I have not seen that. Send it to me, Renee. Hello, Annette. It'll be funny if you're above in the same waiting room when you go. I will be. And what should I say to him? Hey, remember that time that you hit my truck? Well, you're not going to want to go outside. No, what could I say? Be like, well, it wasn't me who hit your truck back, but you're not going to be happy when you go outside. No, I'm not gonna do anything to him, but I could. But he didn't do any damage, so. And he probably didn't do it on purpose, but like, or maybe he didn't even see me yet. I don't know. I have so many paint dings on my door from people hitting them. Yeah, that's not good. This parking lot sucks, though. A lot of these modern parking lots are not meant for pickup trucks. They're meant for cars, for compact cars, but I don't have a car. I do have a car, actually. Maybe I should start driving it right now because the snow's all gone. I think I will. Save some gas. You can just say, I can't believe someone hit my truck so rude. He'll be like, oh yeah, how do you know? And I'll be like, because I freaking felt it, son. Get his license plate. I'm not worried about it. I'm just making a big deal out of nothing. If he hit my door, like the step sticks out quite a ways. So he probably didn't even notice it. Honestly, he probably didn't notice it. But he definitely noticed when he hit it. And then, like, I looked at him, right? I don't know if he saw me, though. These windows are slightly tinted. So it's possible he didn't see me. But he must have heard me, no? I don't know. Do you still have a $100 big colorful Rue canvas print? I highly doubt it. Did I ever? I must have, huh? Email me so that I remember to check, okay? I can't remember. Except for Costco parking lots. Yeah, they have like extra, they have like big lines like this big, which is nice. Page Rage. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, old fella. I am getting old, aren't I? Here's another guy going to Cairo. You know how I know? It's because they require you to bring indoor shoes, which I never do. But he's carrying some shoes. Anyway, I should go, guys. Do my second appointment. Then I'm heading off to the old rec center to beat my record. Hopefully I can get 30 seconds today. Will I? I doubt it, because it's freaking hard. I give it my all. Yesterday I did it. That was the first thing I did. Just jumped right into the cold pool, which I hate. Suffered through it until the clock hit 0, because I do have this digital clock, and then once it hits 0, I probably look like a freaking moron because my technique is so poor. But hey, I can swim now. Pretty decent. Pretty decently for someone who can't swim good. Alright guys, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I will... If you're on my Patreon, tomorrow is going to be the giveaway of the month. Also, we're going to build the thing tomorrow. I have a playlist of music that we're going to listen to while we build. So, stay tuned for that. If you want to join my Patreon, well, I don't have a link in this video. But maybe if Renee is still here, if you could share that real quick, I would really appreciate it. Tier 3 and up will get you into the being able to possibly receive the thing that we make. What am I going to make? Well, I hate for you to join and then be like, what the hell is this? So I guess I will not tell you. Actually, I'm not going to tell you because it's hilarious. And I just, for the people who are there, you understand the things that I make. Last time I made sardines, okay? This is going to be a food, and I'll give you that as the only hint. It's going to be wall art or table art, I guess. It's going to be roughly this big. Roughly the size of the screen, okay? Roughly this big, okay? And you can receive these at Circle K, okay? That's the only hints. If you would like to be a part of that, the build process, like it's just you watch me make it, and then usually I don't do it on the last day of the month. That's just when I give it away, but this time it will be, okay? All right, I will see you guys later. Thanks for being here. I was scrambling to get that link. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I did ask you and then I forgot, but thanks for posting that up. I appreciate you, Renee. I appreciate all of you for being here, and I appreciate if you went over to the Patreon. Okay, should I just smash this guy's truck? I'm not going to do that. There's no paint exchange. It's fine. Oh, the freaking guy. All right, guys. I will see you. I'll see you tomorrow for those who are gonna join. And tier 3, by the way, is $20. So $20 for the whole month. Although, actually, I don't know if you get. It might be that you only get it for 1 day, though. I don't know if it says, 30 days. So do it at your own risk. Okay? All right. Okay, goodbye. Have a good evening, afternoon, day, morning, wherever you are.